All right, couple more things to talk about today, sticking with rate of change and initial values. So let's say that, let's say that Amber has $37 to spend at the fair. To spend at fair. The admission is $10 and each ride ticket is 75 cents. How many tickets can she buy? Well, we need to make this into an equation. So we're going to say that each ticket is 75 cents. When we see things like each something or every something is a value, we know that's going to be our variable. So we're going to want to put 0.75x. That's our variable. Everything is 75. So that's going to be our 0.75x plus the admission. This isn't going to change. $10 is going to be $10 plus $10. And that's going to equal her grand total of $37 that she has to spend. Okay, $37 she has to spend. And now, if we want to know how much she can spend, we need to solve this equation. So we need to come over here. We need a minus $10. Minus $10. This will tell us that she has $27 to spend on tickets. Okay, in order to know how many tickets she can buy, we need to divide this side by 75 cents and divide this side by 75 cents. And that tells us that Amber can get a total of 36 tickets at the fair. Okay, so we want to make our equation with the things we know. We know this rate is not going to change. That's going to be $10 no matter what. And we know that this, every ride is 75 cents, is going to change depending on how many rides we buy. So since every ride's 75 cents, we want to figure out how many rides can we buy in total. We did that by making an equation, saying how much money she has in total, solving for x. X equals $36. She can ride 36 tickets worth of rides. Now, the last thing we want to do is compare different rates of change and see what that does for us when we compare these rates of change. So let's say that you get older and you get more independent, and your parents say, hey, child, it's time for you to get off of our phone plan because we don't want to keep paying for your phone, and you need to start to pay for your own phone. You go, well, that sounds terrible. Phones are expensive. I don't want to do that. But they say, you have to. Tough luck for you. So you go, okay, let's start looking at some phone plans. So you see two phone plans that exist. So here's phone plan 1. We'll call it option 1. And here's phone plan 2, option 2. And you see, okay, well, here is some information that I might need to know for those plans. I need to know, is there a initial cost? What is monthly payments? And how long do I have to have my contract? Or what's my contract term? Okay, so when you look at this information, you say, oh, well, option 1, I have to pay $100 to start an account there. Have to pay $100. And then on top of that, it's $100 every month in order to have my phone. So I start with $100. It's $100 every month, but I can cancel whenever. I'm not locked into a certain amount of time. So it's $100 up front, $100 every month, and I can stop whenever I want. Option 2, this doesn't have any startup cost. No startup cost here, but it's $150 a month, and I have to have a term of 1 year. Means I'm locked into this contract for 1 year. I have to pay out the course of 1 whole year in order for this to work. So I'm going to pop up some questions here. I want you to answer and then tell me how you know them. And then when it comes to knowing what's the better plan, kind of depends. It depends on how long you're going to have your phone for, how much money you're willing to pay. My guess is you want to have a phone for a long time because monthly payments are cheaper here. I would say that option 1 would be the better option, but that's just me. Even though it costs more initially, it would be the better option in the long run because you're paying less each time. All right. Now, one more type of comparison lesson. All right, so Aiden wants to download a music app so he can listen to all of his favorite songs. He's looking at 2 different apps to figure out which is the better app, App A or App B. So App A offers a $4 startup fee. Remember, that's a one-time fee you're paying. So that's not going to be our rate of change. So this offers a $4 fee plus 15 cents to download every song. So depending on how many songs you download, that's going to be what you cost. App B offers no startup fee and is 40 cents a song. 40 cents a song, 40 or 0.4. I'll do 0.40 just because we're dealing with money. Okay, so we're going to figure out what is the better deal here. Let's say that Aiden wants to download 40 songs. What would be the better deal? Well, I can solve that by plugging 40 into both of my x's here. So A would become 15 or 0.15 times 40, and B would become 0.40 times 40. So I do this math here. I'm going to do my multiplication first, and I'm going to say 0.15 times 40 is $6 for his song, just for his song. So $6 for his songs, plus the $4 startup. App A costs $10. App B, if I just were to download 40 songs at 40 cents, it would cost me $16. So as you can see, just because there's more of a startup cost at the beginning doesn't mean that it's always the worst deal. Sometimes having that initial startup cost, the more you spend on something, is going to actually save you money as we go through. All right, have a great rest of your night. Let me know if you have any questions on this, and we'll talk more about it tomorrow.